I'm Meerasri Karthikesan. You can call me Meera. I am 12 years old and currently I am studying at SJ Tilaranguls, which is less than 5 kilometers from my living area. My hobbies are reading, dancing and singing. But I have a passion on reading, so today I am here to share with you more about my reading hobby. Reading can be in silent movement or aloud. I always prefer to my reading long ride in a quiet and calm environment. It makes me to feel relaxed and focused to the storyline. Most of the time I prefer to read a good life. So my dear friends, reading is one of the best that learners should have to make the future brighter. Besides that, I have represented my school, district, state and nation on few competition, which helps me to gain more general knowledge and share my book reviews with my other friends and vice versa. Today I would like to do another book review on one of my favorite fiction book entitled The Reluctant Dragon. Come, let's explore together. First of all, I would like to talk about the writer of this book, Kenneth Grahame, and adapted by Katie Dennis and illustrated by Fred Blunt. The Reluctant Dragon is an 1898 children's story by Kenneth Grahame, originally published as a chapter in his book Dream Days. It is Grahame's most famous short story, arguably better known than Dream Days itself or the related 1895 collection The Golden Age. It can be seen as a prototype to most modern stories in which the dragon is a sympathetic character rather than a threat. The story is about a big dragon, a boy and a knight. The dragon is peaceful and doesn't want to have anything to do with fighting and becomes best friend with the boy. But the boy village calls on the knight to slay the dragon because they won't believe he is peaceful. The boy introduces the knight to the dragon and they stage a mock battle to fool the villagers. They succeed and everyone lives happily ever after. The story sets in motion when a young shepherd boy discovers a dragon residing a cave near family home and village. Having read many stories concerning dragon, the young boy has adopted an open-minded attitude toward the feared creature and quickly best friend the dragon. Moreover, the dragon demonstrates a love for poetry which confirms his intelligence and civility and also gives an account of his life. However, the townspeople soon learn of the dragon deviling and things quickly escalate as they perceive him as a danger to them all and a problem that needs to be dealt with accordingly. Although the young boy welcomes him with open arms, the townspeople on the beast should be punished. Subsequently, S.T. George arrives and is appointed the task of freeing the town of its unwelcome guests. So S.T. George, the dragon, and the shepherd boy are thrown into a thrilling predicament as they must join forces and up with solutions that will fulfill everyone's wishes. Further to his theme, Weber, it pays tribute to the imagination. In the story, it is imagination that bonds child and beast that overcome prejudice. A shared love of imagined adventure leads to friendship for the boy and dragon. The dragon's ability to amuse and certain endears him to others. The imaginative play-acting dragon and dragon slayer serves to sublimate the town flock bloodlust. It is science fiction for the young reader that the boy represented the ego, arguably the hero in Freudian psychology. The ego has the task of integrating the personality, of bringing the self into alignment and negotiating among competing realities. In the story, the boy and Leicester the resolve conflict between the dragon's reluctant and the dragon slayer reputation. Between between ignored. He more than the dragon or St. George, who at least publicly must adhere to their expected roles, is able to arrange things that he does not successfully engenders confidence in readers who are themselves young. A major conflict that boy faces in the tale involves his friendship with the dragon, which brings him comfort and happiness, but exactly as well as he invested the dragon safely and well-being and acts on behalf of the relationship. He is down into the further conflict with the narrow-mindedness and inflexibility of father and also with his resistant shouldering. Boy's range of experience and thus his growth when he must rely on the dragon keep his word about restricting his deadly powers during the fight. Last but not least, the storyline teaches me to imagine the unimaginable events. It also connects myself to the importance of reading. I learn valuable lessons too. The story teaches skills such as empathy, critical thinking, and teamwork. I fully recommended all of the reader outside there to explore this content and colorful book as well as gain more knowledge. That's from me. Thank you. With full of concern and love, Meera Sri Karthikeyan.